Joining us now is Dr. Nina Gloriani, an infectious disease expert. Doc, thank you for joining us.
Yes, good morning sa inyo, to everyone.
Alright, Doc, of course, sabi, hindi na daw bago itong Nipah virus, but how seriously should we take this one right now at this point, and also taking into account na wala pa tong vaccine?
Oh yes, this is a category 5 virus, no? So, walang gamot, walang vaccine. So, as you know, yung DOH has been prepared for this a long time ago. Since our first cases in 2014. And just recently, I have known that the RITM conducted itong mga tests for training for using the test. Usually ito yung RT-PCR, so detection is very important, early detection. So I think the DOH, our agencies, health agencies are reasonably prepared to tackle this.
Doc, sinabi mo walang vaccine, walang gamot. So how do you manage this once you're infected with it?
It's largely supportive care, no? Yung kapag may respiratory symptoms, syempre may oxygen. Ang ayaw natin mangyari, yung neurologic symptoms, encephalitis. So still, there is supportive care for that. So ito yung mga clinicians doing that, mga specialists. So although there are researches ongoing for antiviral agents and some monoclonal antibodies to help the control or the disease.
Well, of course, with the reported cases in India, yung worry ng mga Pilipino baka naman, of course, baka pumasok dito sa Pilipinas. So, how prepared are we? Diba? What are we doing to, maintain and cover our bases?
I think the DOH has put up yung significant alert systems na, no? Not that we're really on high alert kasi hindi naman masyadong what's this? Yung possibility of this coming in is really not very high. So, but we have enough measures to detect and counteract. Now, specifically, siguro yung counteract prevention, no? So, yun nga, yung sa borders, although hindi naman siya ganun ka-necessary at this time, although still there should be. And for any parang emerging or infectious diseases na on alert everywhere in the world, we are prepared naman. Meron tayong mga alert systems. So, I think that, and the testing is very important.
Right.
Kasi maraming pwedeng viruses na pumapasok, and hindi lang naman ito.
But what symptoms should we look out for? Itong mga virus ito, parang somehow they're all the same, no? But different at the same time.
Non-specific kasi usually ang symptoms ng viral infections. They may start off as influenza-like illness. In this case, may fever, may sore throat, may muscle pain. So parang flu. Pero it is important to consider yung nyari travel, saan nagpunta ba ito, saan ang exposure nito, nyari. Dito sa Metro Manila kasi saan ba ito galing, di ba, sa bats? Wala namang bats dito sa atin. No?
Yeah.
Pero siguro sa rural areas, sa mga areas na maraming mga animals, livestock, pigs, horses, like what happened in 2014, I think yung cases natin in Sultan Kudarat, kumain ng horse meat. So yun, mga exposure to those animals.
Well, it's a good thing you said put it into context, Doc, no? Very general kasi ang symptoms, but you look at your history also, travel history, contact history. But ang tanong dito, Doc, is how do you really get infected with this Nipah virus?
Well, it can be directly from the animals, no? Yung infected animals. So their secretions, droplet to contact talaga, contact transmission. So, or from another person kasi yung proximity, again, yung exposure to droplet infection, so mga secretions ng pasyente. So, but largely galing to sa animals, so they have to know that, and then merong incubation period of about usually mga 4 days, less than a week, to as long as maybe 2 to 3 weeks, although there are rare cases na mahaba naman din yung incubation period. So they have to be
So you mentioned,
alert of that.
Doc, you mentioned you can get the droplets from another person, no? So in other words, parang respiratory in nature.
Yes, actually, some of the symptoms are respiratory from yung influenza-like. Kasi respiratory yung tumutuloy, no? So, yung cough, yung secretions, actually yon.
You also mentioned earlier, Doc, that testing is key. No, importante po 'yun. Pero pagdating po ba sa Nipah virus, do we have a different testing tool for this one or pare-parehas lang naman?
Yeah, the method is pareho, RT-PCR, pero yung laman ng testing kit is
It's
specific
different.
for the Nipah virus. Very specific po yan.
And then, Doc, backtrack lang ako ng konti. We're talking about management of the disease. No, that's the best we can do. But so, in other words, if you have the Nipah virus and it's confirmed, parang you're leaving it up to chance whether tatama sa brain mo o hindi, or is there a way of preventing that from happening? Because mukhang that's one of the worst case scenarios.
Yes, actually, yung brain, ang later na nangyayari yan, no? So usually maybe about 1 to 2 weeks later, if it will happen. Not all cases will end up in encephalitis cases, but we have to consider that as well. So, hindi natin alam sino yung tatamaan ng ganon, but basically, the supportive measures or yung supportive care, treatment sa mga pasyente, it should work for them. So, makakatulong yon na thwarting any possible parang spread pa siguro, no? But we cannot really tell.
So, kumbaga, malaking factor din kung may comorbidities ka.
Oh, yes. Oo, yung mahina ang immune system, tapos yung nyari may respiratory like COPD, the chronic obstructive disease, yung mga merong ganyan, mas mahina ang immune system niyan, at yung because of the diseased lungs, yung pulmonary system nila, mas mahirap din silang maka-cope with the disease. Yung defenses are really weak.
Well, what personal precaution can individuals take, no, for this? I remember you mentioned po kanina yung nagkaroon po ng issue dun sa Sultan Kudarat, horse meat, yung nakita nilang dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon ng Nipah virus.
Yes. Okay. They of course didn't know the horses were infected. So cooking meat especially is very, very important. Cooking them well. So yun ang very important. Now another siguro yung avoiding yung areas where you have yung mga bats. So that's important. Ano pa ba? So basically meat, and of course hygienic practices. That's very, very important. Kung may umuubo-ubo dyan and so on, no? Masking, the precautions, standard precautions, infection control precautions, and droplet precautions. Mga secretions.
Doc, you mentioned bats, no? Kasi generally, yung fruit bats kasi, it's not really normal na makita niyan sa Metro Manila. But there are some subdivisions that are linked to the Marikina River Basin all the way to Antipolo, which sometimes kasi yung flora and fauna doon is very luscious, no? So there have been instances I've seen fruit bats. Is it automatic kung may fruit bats dyan? Iwasan na talaga yan, or not all of them are infected?
No, hindi naman all infected, pero it's really good to mag-iwas, no, to prevent any possible exposure to this. Hindi lang naman Nipah virus ang pwede nila i-carry. We had this study long before nung nasa UP pa ako, no, na we were doing bat detection of leptospira in bats. So meron din. So maraming ibang posible. Marami sila actually dalang posibleng sakit, no? Some of them are carriers of these viruses, bacteria, and so on.
And if I have house pets, Doc, and they are able to interact with these bats or nakain yung droplets ng bats, kailangan bantayan yung pets na to?
I think that's possible kasi yung ibang animals could also be infected. But of course, ang mas important ay pigs, horses, pero pwede din yung mga goat, meron ding reports sa dogs. So, but of course, yung exposure nila, ang probability of being exposed to them should be considered.
Yeah.
Doc, I was wondering, and I don't know if this is connected, is weather could be a factor also in terms of spreading the virus?
Which one?
Yung Nipah virus po. Weather.
The animals.
Climate or weather here in the Philippines.
Weather, you mean?
Weather.
Well, siguro yung weather, kasi virus, ito mga tropical mga bats, no? Most of the Nipah cases are in the Southeast Asian region sa atin, hindi naman sa iba, no? So I think the weather will have something to do with it kasi yung mga ang tawag dito activity or yung
Right.
practices, behavior ng mga animals, the bats that carry them will be important to consider also.
And, Doc, so parang precaution lang, what are the areas na prevalent ng Nipah virus? Kasi of course our kababayan will be traveling a lot, so they want to know which areas are the safest to go to and not the safest to go to.
Alam mo mga Pinoy, Doc.
Well,
Mga
so
patatakutin.
ngayon, ang merong outbreak kasi nasa India, no? It's yung ano yan, West Bengal ba yan? I
Yes.
don't know which part of India, but there are other areas like yung Malaysia, una yung Malaysia. Yung pigs naman ito, na infected pigs. So Malaysia, Southeast Asia generally, Bangladesh, Indonesia, I don't know kung hindi yata yung Madagascar, pero yeah, basically Southeast Asia. So, iwasan natin, lalo na kung merong exposure, magiging possible exposure, yung mga turista gustong-gusto doon sa mga forest and so on.
Right.
So, mas high risk yung ganong areas.
Doc, pag walang choice at kailangan bimahe doon, will face masks help?
Yes, and a lot of hygiene,
Alcohol.
para tayong COVID.
Wash hands.
So it's like
Oo,
COVID
talagang-
protocols.
Oh yes, it's standard precautions. Hindi lang for COVID, for every day.
Yeah,
Kasi
yeah.
ang daming infection.
That's true. So if you're not feeling well, better stay at home kung wala ka naman talagang ibang gagawin sa labas para hindi ka na makahawa ng kung anumang virus dala mo, 'di ba, Doc?
Yes, actually. It's either hindi ka mahawa or huwag kang makahawa. I think
Right.
yun ang basic.
Anyway, Doc, to dispel fears or chismis, no? Kasi syempre, ang daming mga chismis rin kumakalat. Without travel history or contact from another country, is there a possibility one can contract Nipah virus inside the metro?
I think yung sa Metro Manila, hindi masyadong likely, no? But we're talking about maybe Mindanao, yung maraming possible entry dyan na
Yes.
galing sa ibang countries.
That's true.
So, and lalo sa areas where you have a lot of these livestock, saka bats. So, yun yung i-consider natin more than, hindi dito masyado sa Metro Manila.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so talagang pag-iingat ang kailangan natin gawin. But lastly, Doc, I know you mentioned earlier that there is already researches or vaccine development efforts along the way or underway. So I was wondering, ilang taon na po ito na alam natin itong Nipah virus na to, long time ago. How come po hindi tayo kuha ng kumbaga ng tamang vaccine for this? Ganun po ba ka-potent yung virus na yun that until now we're still researching about it?
Okay, siguro number one is funding.
Funding.
Although the WHO has been on top of all of this, no, funding, baka mas merong ibang priority diseases that get more funding than this one. Of course, the virus is highly transmissible and and then yung virulence niya, it could be fatal in 40 to 75% of cases.
Right.
So, nasa top category siya for yung highly pathogenic viruses especially. So, nandun, siguro dahil kulang talaga yung nag-aaral or I would think more of that. Especially these days that there are so many other emerging infectious disease threats.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Dr. Nina Gloriani, an infectious disease expert. Hope to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
Thank
Good morning.
you. Morning.